So this is called the bake snake. And what it is like a barrier. Instead of using a spring pan, you just snap these together. And then mold it like if you want a heart, or however you want to do this. You can just go traditional round, or you can make a heart. So you mold it how you want. And so instead of using a spring pan, it just says clip it together, pour in your batter, and place it on a foil-lined even tray. Pour in your cake mix and then place it in the oven and decorate and bake. Watch as the bake snake holds the shape you have created. So look, they have like, they're making mini ones, and they have a butterfly, the number 2. So the mini one's pretty cool. I didn't even think of that, so it would just be a little tiny circle. So, see, just a little one. I'm going to make a no-bake cheesecake. First, I want to say that I've never, ever tried a no-bake cheesecake before. So, I'm going to be winging it. Also, I have to wash this. So, I was just showing you what it is. And I will be back. So, when you get yours, before you use it, wash it with soapy warm water, of course. And then I'll be back and show you how I do. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. On the last step, I noticed that some of my gelatin did not melt properly. So I'm straining it just so I don't run into any disgustingness. My biggest worry is that it won't hold the mixture in the thing. So I'm going to pause you and I'll be right back. So I didn't use every single one. I used, I kept one out because I don't want a huge cheesecake because it's just me and my son. But I made a whole bunch of cheesecake batter, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I know. So I put some plastic underneath, since this is a no-bake. It's more just because the recipe that I'm using tells me to do this even on the spring pan. So I'm going to load in on top of my vanilla wafers. They used buckwheat biscuits. This is either from China or Japan. The only thing I didn't have was a sake for the last step. But I think I can just go a little bit more because I just need a small, I need a bit of the for the topping. I want just enough to be like a ½ inch. That's why I didn't use all of the snake, because I wanted to make sure that this was small enough. For one thing, it's just me and my son. And then the other thing is that I have this other top section, the topping, that I need to have just a little bit so far I don't see any leaking out the bottom, which is nice. That's what I was worried about. I thought, man, this is going to leak out the bottom. But my recipe actually calls for me to wrap my spring form in plastic and put a rubber band around it. So I'm going to hit it a little, and we will be back to tell you how things go. I'll do the next step, and I'll see you in a little bit. Put that in here because I'm paranoid, not of the ring, but of me moving it later. I'm just going to put the rest of my liquid gelatin in here. And it will form, I think we're getting close to capacity here. Yeah, I think we are right at the edge of what it will take. You know, I'm going to have to push it just a little bit more. I see some spots over here that could... I see another area. I'm pushing it, I know. There's like an empty spot right here. It's going over a little bit over there, but that's okay. It's going over because I chose to let it go over. Alright, so that's all there, and now I will come back in a little bit. Once that hardens up some, then I will put it in the fridge. But so far so good.